Well, it's great to talk to one of the businesses here at the Paddle Games. We're at the University of Western Sydney and we're talking to Robbie Josephsen, who is the Managing Director of Climbfit, one of the businesses taking part today. Tell me, what's the main thing you've got out of talking to students directly, Robbie?
Today's been great. It's been wonderful to get your head turning over, look at your business rather than, the nitty-gritty of every single day of all the tiny bits and pieces, but rather look over as a holistic, overall scheme and take a step back and actually go, okay, why are we working every single day? Where are we actually going to go?
And having a chat to the students in particular, I mean, obviously you might communicate that to a business coach or you might talk to someone, of our generation. Do you have to have that conversation in a different way when you're trying to impart that knowledge with a student who's a little bit younger?
Yeah, I find that. I find that the students don't necessarily have that experience out there of, yes, I've seen this before sort of thing with the business. So you are taking a step back and explaining to them, but it's good in a sense as well because that actually makes you think, okay, what am I actually doing with my business? How do I explain this to someone who doesn't yet have that full-blown outside world experience?
And tell me a little bit about the business and what it is what are the students giving you in terms of advice that you were not expecting to hear?
It's been interesting. They've thought of a few things out of the box. So we are a rock climbing gym. Well, we've got a couple of them, and they've suggested the fact of, because of our constraints of space, they've suggested, why don't you put a climbing wall on a trailer and drive around and approach people with it? And so that's an excellent marketing activation approach, as well as the fact is you can take your walls to the customers, where a busy venue or a sports show or something like that is on, and you can go, here's a wall, by the way, we've actually got other locations if you like the real thing.
And I love the way that they're just completely unconstrained by the idea of regulation or, the thoughts around, as a small business owner who's experienced, you're immediately going to go, can't do that. But maybe I can make it happen if I think about removing those constraints and what it is that I can make work. What about the marketing side of things? Because obviously you're talking to a bunch of kids who live, sleep, eat, breathe digital marketing and are just consuming it in such magnitude. Are they giving you some insights into how to digitally market the business as well?
We haven't really touched on that yet. We've been more focusing on that overall scheme, the more physical approach, I guess, of how to expand ourselves. But with the marketing side, they make it clear from the start that you need to keep up everything modern-wise, so you need to be across the social media, SEO, all that sort of stuff. They almost treat it like it's you don't even need to mention it. So it's good from our perspective that we are sort of on top of that, but it just makes it clear that we need to stay on top of it.
I love that. I hadn't thought of that as the fact that, it's not a thing that you do, it just happens. It's just something that's part of their world so innately they don't even think that, you have to do marketing and you have to think about that. Oh, yeah, actually, guys, we do. And we need to know which platforms you're on as well. So you took a day out of your business. Has it been beneficial? Is it worth you taking the time out? And would you like to see the Paddle Games go out to more tertiary institutions to give other businesses the benefit?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, coming from myself being a commerce student, I wish I had this sort of thing back then. This is fantastic. I'm sure a lot of these kids have learnt so much today just being face-to-face with real-world situations rather than just this theoretical stuff from the 80s, So I think it's good that the heads are just turning over. Everyone's working together as a team, which is what the world's about now. And it's just been a wonderful experience. I think it's been good to stand back.
It's good to get an idea of what the next generation's thinking as well. So tell us a little bit about your business and where people can find out more.
So we're Climbfit. We got 2 locations on the North Shore of Sydney and the south of Sydney. Climbfit.com.au, and anyone is welcome. Ages 3 till whatever age. It doesn't worry us. Ladies, men, fat, thin, doesn't matter. You're welcome at our gym. It's more of a club. So you can have a workout, you can climb, you can boulder, you can do yoga. Anything you want, you're welcome here, and we promise you we're all about community and having fun.
It sums it up nicely. I think most small businesses are all about community as well. Thank you so much for joining Small Biz Matters with Alexi Boyd. Robbie, it's been great to hear from you.
Thank you very much.